give a type of money that can only be spent for a specific number of reasons. And some worry about that state control or whatever, but like in this particular narrow use case, you want to give checks to individuals to get the economy moving again. Yeah. So if you think of programmable money that expires if you don't spend it.
Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
The way we think CBDC can improve financial inclusion is through what we call programmability. That is, CBDC can allow government agencies and private sector players to program, to create smart contracts, to allow targeted policy functions. For example, welfare payment. For example, consumption coupon. For example, food stamp. By programming CBDC, those money can be precisely targeted for what kind of people can own and what kind of use this money can be utilized. For example, for food. So this potential programmability can help government agencies to precisely target their support to those people who need support. So that way can also improve financial inclusion.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money. Of central bank digital currency. You know, for China, it's not just about developing its own ECNY. It's also about dominating the underlying CBDC technology in the same way they've done with 5G technology, so they can be a major exporter of CBDC infrastructure to countries around the world that desire to have their own central bank digital currency, but don't have the wherewithal to build the core technology from scratch. And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the new Road Order book. The new Road Order book is going to show you how the world really works. And it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. I told you at the beginning of the year, in the first quarter of 2022, we was going to have an event that was going to bring us down. And then also in the fourth quarter, we would have an event that would bring us down. That's exactly what happened. And now I'm going to tell you, In the first quarter, we're going to have an event that's going to break us down in 2023. And then also in the fourth quarter of 2023, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, guys, the markets are still going to be pumping and dumping until they get ready to pull the full rug. But I'll let you know when that's about to happen. Now, also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to get re-educated. And also, much love to those who've donated to the Cash Shop and Patreon. And in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the new Road Order events. Also, I give you the new Road Order cryptos in the Patreon. Of course, you have to do your own research. But this next bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure that you have the cryptos that have utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks up. But guys, the only thing you have to do is look at the yields and see that we're going to be moving back down. But we have Bitcoin back above 23,000. Guys, do not forget, it's China New Year. So their stock market is going to be closed for a whole week. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which we can clearly see they're up. Remember, January 17th, that's when they dropped to about 3.3 to 10-year. Now the 10-year is back up to 3.5 and rising. And then, of course, we have the dollar slightly up. We have volume. We have Tether. We have USDC. And we have Japan FSA expects to allow certain stable coins by June of 2023. And that's what this video is about, big banks. Now the big banks are going to be laying the foundation to enter into crypto, so then therefore they can bring the masses. And we know the banks want a seamless transition, the same way we move from checks to debit cards. Now the millennials and Generation Z are used to using their cell phones, tapping, scanning their digital wallets. Remember, guys, this new technology is not for us, the older generation. It's for those who are coming up. And remember, Generation Z and millennials are the generation that are farthest away from the Most High. And don't forget that. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo a little over $2 trillion. And we are days away from the central banks raising rates again and rolling off the balance sheet. But guys, we know a big distraction is coming up. And we know they have plenty of events that they can pull from. And we know they have to destroy this legacy market in order to bring in the fourth industrial revolution. And we're starting to see the actions take place. We're seeing all these big tech companies laying off. And remember, they're getting that 15% tax. And us older people know that corporations are not going to accept that. They're either going to pass it over to the consumer or lay people off. We've seen this movie before. And then we have small businesses are being hit by higher wages and rising interest rates, which they're not going to be able to survive. So we're seeing the shutting down of America as we know it. But the masses are asleep. And we know by the time they wake up, the robots, algorithms, and drones would have taken over the economy, and they'll be entering inside the metaverse, getting that free money, that universal basic income airdrop to them, telling them what, where, and when and how to buy, and they have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. Because, stable coins and CBDCs are going to be programmable. And we know blockchain gives the NWO the all-seeing eye. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale, of course, digital currency group. Grayscale was sitting at about 19.7 billion. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Axie Infinity. Got a nice pump, guys. If you're part of my Patreon, I give you the NWO cryptos, and I will be updating that list going towards the end of the year. You know I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. Now, we know the DOJ came down on Bitrue, and now they've seized over 19 million in crypto. Now, guys, remember, this was a Hong Kong-based crypto firm. And then also they were going through Binance. So they had nothing to do with the United States. And we know Binance has nothing to do with the United States. But what's interesting is, remember, before we hit the bear market, Silvergate pulled out of Binance. And now we have Signature pulling out of Binance and others when it comes to the US dollar. So we know something big is coming down the pipeline. Only thing you have to do is get your popcorn, sit back, and let it play out. Now we have Microsoft extends AI partnership with a $10 billion investment in OpenAI. And don't forget, guys, the $1 billion they gave them back in 2019 is not by chance. They're all over the media, all over Twitter, because remember, these big corporations control the media. Don't forget, IBM Watson has been around since 2006 and launched in 2010 and is already embedded in call centers, hospitals, anything you can name up. But we know they want the masses to play with this Chat GPT and DALL-E, so therefore they rely on artificial intelligence instead of relying on their own brain. Because that's all artificial intelligence is pulling from a database, pulling from a main brain in order to give you information. And it's the same thing with our cell phones, guys. Remember, you had to remember every single number. Now people rarely remember numbers because it's already stored in their phone. Your phone is an extension of you. And with this AI, it's going to get worse because now people are not even going to want to think anymore, not going to want to read anymore when you have a device that can just give you the information. You already have very few critical thinkers and innovators, and it's going to be even less when this technology comes about. And then lastly, guys, we have big banks coming after PayPal and Apple with digital wallet. And are they coming after PayPal and Apple? No, they're going to be working with them. But we know the reason why the big banks are coming in with this wallet. So then therefore they can change your bank account over to this digital wallet so they can airdrop this free money that we already knew that was coming. And we know the millennials and Generation Z, this is going to be an easy transition. And remember, guys, the NWO caused the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. And guys, we know the solution was ready 10 years ago. But first, they have to create the problem, so then therefore the people beg for what they already had planned for them. So guys, we've seen this movie before. Wake your friends and family up. Because guys, if they're laying off people that's making big money, because a lot of these jobs are executive jobs that are being laid off. We know what's coming for these repetitive jobs. They just haven't rolled out the technology yet, but we know it's ready. I've done plenty of videos on it, and I have plenty of videos coming. The robots, algorithms, and drones are about to take over the economy, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep are about to go inside the metaverse, get this free money airdrop to them. They're going to be told what, where, and when and how to buy, and they have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, and not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks, and while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money. What they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. Most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.